Welcome and good evening. Before I begin, I would like to note that I will not be speaking on the topic of lettuce tonight, per request of Mr. Roger Dolly. On behalf of the class of 2016, I would like to thank all the friends, family, and faculty here tonight. We really would not be standing here before you today without your thoughtful advice, constant inspiration, and relentless support over the past 18 or so years. Tonight, we celebrate the 4 years of hard work and achievement of the 220 some odd students to my right. I am so proud of all the things our class has done and how our class has grown over the years. From the actors to the athletes to the mathletes, each and every student here tonight has contributed significantly to the positive, vibrant atmosphere pulsing through the walls of Scituate High School. It is my hope that future classes will uphold this unique, fruitful environment, and that the class of 2016 will bring these same passionate and enthusiastic attitudes to their future endeavors. In my years at Scituate High School, I have learned that all of the answers are on Google. I'm sure everyone here has experienced this at one time or another. Whether it was on a family car trip or at lunch with a friend, a question has come up, no matter how trivial, and the instinctive response was to Google it. This habit has become so common, so ingrained in society, that the act of looking something up on the internet has its own standalone verb. Just Google it. How many seconds in a day? What's the quadratic formula? When was Abraham Lincoln assassinated? All of these answers are at our fingertips. They can be produced by a 5-inch high, 2-inch wide, 1/4-inch thick piece of metal in your pocket. Yes, I Googled the specs of an iPhone to write that last sentence. These brainless, emotionalist machines that are so prevalent in our everyday lives probably could score higher than most of us here on an algebra test. I have also learned, however, that these answers are not the important ones. In high school, under the pressure of time, or grades, or any of the other 1,000 things going on in your life, it might be easy to become fixated on that one right answer, that one magic number, that you lose sight of what it means. As a society, we have a preoccupation with the instant gratification for all of this information available at our fingertips, that its purpose has become lost in translation. There are some problems, however, whose answers cannot be found on the internet. Yes, it's true, Google and Siri cannot answer every question that comes up in daily life, such as how can we increase sustainability, or what is the best way to fight terrorism, or can I watch one more episode of my Netflix show and still make it to practice on time? These problems are some of the most significant and pressing issues of our time, the former two anyway. They are scary and multidimensional and appear nearly impossible to solve because we don't have all the answers at the tips of our fingers. The solutions we seek are not clear-cut or black and white. They can be not found on a textbook or in the internet. There is not one right answer or magic number. These answers are much more complex than that. Google can tell you there is 86,400 seconds in one day, that the quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, or that Abraham Lincoln was assassinated on April 11, 1865 by John Wilkes Booth at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. Alone, these answers are insignificant. They can be produced methodically by a machine that can fit in your pocket. What does matter, however, is the meaning in life that you give them. Google and Siri can only generate pieces of the puzzle. To create something truly substantial, you must bring innovation and imagination beyond the confines of a search engine. Knowledge is power, but only when you apply it. The problems facing our world today will not be solved by a single person. In his teachings, Buddha says, "Thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases from being shared." I saw this message every day hanging on the wall on Miss Sweetie's classroom during my literature class this year. Like happiness, knowledge may also be shared with others without diminishing. Spreading this light will not weaken the source, it will strengthen it. Knowledge doesn't have to be something you find in a textbook or on the internet. It is constantly present in the world around you. In your years at Scituate High School, teachers, family, friends, and the people you've encountered have helped to light the candle within you. whether it was in a classroom, on the playing field, on stage, or in a coffee shop after school. As you embark on your next journey, this flame will be strengthened by the people you meet and the new challenges you tackle, but it is up to you how you will let your light shine. Like a candle, sharing the wisdom and knowledge you've accumulated will only amplify its impact. I'm sure Mr. Chamberlain and the great Billy Joel would agree, we didn't start this fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. However, it is our job to cultivate this flame and ensure that it will burn on. One candle may light a room, but through innovation, imagination, and collaboration, we may just light the entire world. As you continue on the rest of your journey, I hope that you will look for knowledge and answers beyond the search bar of Google or the pages of your textbook. Seek out help in the people around you, and don't be afraid to share what you have learned in the process. Each and every person you meet has their own unique light to share, whether they are a brain, an athlete, a princess, a criminal, or even a basket case. Working together, you may just come up with that light bulb idea that helps illuminate one of our countless questions. As you go out and enter the world, I hope that all your futures will be nothing but bright. Congratulations, class of 2016. The light in me acknowledges the light in you.
Aww.